What's up, everybody, and welcome to another part of my attempt number 2 to make Mythic in draft. I am currently at Bronze 1 with a new account. The first few matches have been slow going. We've had some 2 and 3 runs, which are good enough to move through Bronze, but I really need to get that win rate up in drafting to like 66% is the ideal win rate for being able to make it to Mythic in any reasonable amount of time. So without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into the draft and see how we do today. Alrighty. So this will actually be draft number 4. So let's go ahead and change that. And now we're into this. All right. So we still have some draft tokens left. We did buy the Planeswalker pack that gave us some draft tokens, which I think are definitely good for those that are going to draft a lot. It was a decent value. It was essentially a discount on drafts. So we'll go ahead and jump into this. Also trying out a new vertical mouse today. Don't quite know how I feel about it yet. It definitely reduces the fatigue on my wrist, but my hand gets really sweaty on it for some reason. And also, like, where do you hold it without pressing buttons? That's been the other thing. My hand just kind of slides down the mouse. There we go. We got the last seat guy. Alrighty. So, what do we got here? Long reverse pull. Oh, there you go. There's untapped. We haven't done a good mouse deck. Seaglaive Mentor. The fact that it gets counters is pretty nice. Does kind of pigeonhole us a little bit into red-white, but it is a pretty strong card. Valley Floodcaller. I don't know. I just still have a hard time with blue. Warren Elder's not a bad choice here. But it is common, so maybe that will wheel for the mouse deck. But Vigilance Haste, 3 CMC, plus whenever it's a target of a spell, it gets a +1/+1 counter on it. So let's I think that's probably one of our best options here. So let's go ahead and see if we can make mice happen. Interesting. We got Helga has wheeled. So this is 3 color. This is a mythic level. Whenever you cast a creature spell with mana value 4 or greater, draw a card, gain 1 life. So this is a really fast format. So in draft, I think this is pretty hard to take. But if we're into white, Crumb and Get It is one of the best removals that you can get in white. We're not really doing Frog, so Polywallop becomes less effective. But Roughshod Duo is another one that we should consider. Hopefully that will wheel, but this removal is really strong, so we're going to go ahead and take that. Ooh, Essence Channeler. You've lost life to turn. It has flying and vigilance. Whenever you gain life, put a 1/1 counter on it. So we're not doing a lot of like gain loss. Here's another removal that might be good for us. So Barkform Harvester, I think, is undervalued in a lot of cases. It's a 2/3 reach for 3, plus will fit your archetype because it's a changeling. Essence Channeler. Not really like gaining or losing life on purpose. This is a really strong card for bats. But the Sonar Strike for removal, I think, is really nice. Those 1 and 2 cost removals. Here's a good one because it does synergize with mice, and because it can be the target of something. Bushy Boneyard is also a really good. I think I'm going to take the Feather and Flight in this particular case. Here's something that works really well with the mice as well is rabbit response. Take out the trash is another good removal as well, but I think buffing up the mice and see glaive mentor table or didn't table. It's this deep though. We're definitely grabbing a second one of those. So far we have a pretty strong white deck with a splash of red, which according to a lot of the data I've been seeing is oftentimes a pretty good win rate. Okay, Nettle Guard. I think that's a pretty easy snatch pick. The fact that you can sacrifice it and destroy an artifact or enchantment is huge, especially with how big the win rate is for Innkeeper's Talent. Is having something to be able to get rid of that is huge. Plus 2 CMC 3/1 on the board that if you target it with something, it will get +2. I like it. Agate Assault. That's a pretty solid red card here for us. We're likely pretty deep into white-red. I mean, we're pretty strongly white, and then we have a good splash of red. Like, we have some nice red mice cards. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, yeah. I think Agate Assault is our pick here. There's another Agate Assault. I'm probably going to lean, because of the amount of removal that we already have, towards the Roughshod Duo. Whenever I expend 4, creature you control gets +1/+1 and gains trample and on a turn. So it gives me a target ability, so I can target a creature, give it +1/+1. So if I do that on Seaglaive Mentor, that's going to be pretty good for us. None of these really fit what we're trying to do, but Starforged Sword, likely not going to play it, but it does have a place. Bark Form, again, likely not going to play it, but it does have a place. Yeah, none of these help us. It's only one pick. All right, there we go. Okay. Salvation Swan. 4 mana, flash flying. When Swan or another bird you control enters, exile up to 1 target creature you control without flying. Return it to the battlefield under its owner's control with a flying counter on it at the beginning of the next end step. So that one is pretty nice. Banishing Light is stellar removal. We're also looking for ways to target creature cards. I mean, giving something flying is really nice. Dewdrop Cure is also kind of crazy. What do we have? Sonar Strike, Agate Assault, Crumb and Get It. I mean, I'm probably taking the Salvation Swan. Need something in the air. It's a little expensive. Heartfire Hero, I pretty much think it's the snatch grab here. Maybe one of these Nettle Guards will table, and I'll get to see that again. But whenever I get to target it, put a 1/1 counter on it. When it dies, deal damage equal to its power. So definitely I'm going to start needing ways to target creature cards pretty soon here. Passing a Crumb and Get It is always hard. It's basically a 1 mana removal. Plus it's a target, so a target ability. So it does work really well. But Heartfire Hero is a really solid 1-drop. This format being so low to the ground. Okay, we talked about wanting to get a Crumb and Get It, but also a Might of Meek does give us the ability to target our cards. So, but so does Crumb and Get It. I would take Crumb and Get It over Might of the Meek. Target card ability, it's a bigger buff. This does give you card draw, but this gives you indestructible until end of turn. I don't know. I think Crumb and Get It's the winner for me there. Okay, what else do we got here? So Playful Shove is interesting because it does become a target ability. And so it's potential removal plus its card draw. Another really interesting choice here is Shortbow. Creature gets +1/+1 and has vigilance and reach. So it is an equip ability, so it becomes a target ability. And gives your creatures reach. I think reach is important. I'm really torn here. I think since this deck is so fast, the card draw might be a little bit more important. We'll grab the Playful Shove. Dang. Gev is tabling. Nobody's in. Probably Intrepid Rabbits. Pretty easy grab. Because I can target a creature. So that's going to work well with everything else. None of these really work for us. I don't know what's the highest rated card here. Probably a Longsdog Brawl. Just put that down for us. So the Mouse Bard does give me tap ability. Whisker, Quill, Scribe does allow me to get some card draw and rotation. But a 3-mana 3/3 is not a bad body to put on there. It's like just average, okay. So far, pretty okay. Feel pretty okay. Another rabid response. I keep saying rabid. It's rabbit response. I mean, nothing super strong for us there, but the ability to buff my board, not a bad choice. Whisker, Quill, Scribe. So we did get this essentially for free. This was one we were debating before. It does give me some card draw. This does give me target, but it's a 5-mana 3/4. So I think having this be a little bit faster. This is another target ability, so that would be nice. So we need some more target abilities. Creatures you control until end of turn. Actually, that wasn't a target ability. My bad. This is a good 1-drop, though. Seasoned Warren Guard. I guess we take the Agate Assault. Probably not taking Steam Path. Brambleguard Captain made it. Oh, well, this is pack 3, first open. At the beginning of combat in your turn, target creature you control gets a +X/+0. So this is just every turn I now have a target. So this was going to work really well into my game plan. So we're definitely grabbing Brambleguard Captain here. Hired Claw is just a stellar 1-drop. It's not a mouse, obviously, but it is just a crazy 1-drop. Good removal. This is kind of fun. You get an 0/4 wall, creature token with Defender, and then whenever one or more non-creature, non-land permanents you control enter. But I don't have a lot of enchantments, so we're gonna do Hired Claw. Nice fast 1-drop that can get real big for us. Seedglaive Mentor. We got another one of these things. Do we have an option to target anything? I think we take the Seedglaive Mentor. It's a 3-drop. It's a little slow. This is on the fly. This will get us lower, so lower mana cost, 1/1, plus gives us a target ability. So it's everything that's going into our game plan right now. Not a lot of great options here for us. We might take Waxwane Witness. It's a 2/4 body in the air. Bark form. It does allow me to pull stuff out. So it is kind of like I've heard it called an insurance policy. If games go longer, it allows you to, keep cycling things out of your graveyard. But we'll grab Waxwane. We already have a Bark form in the sideboard. Veteran Guard Mouse. It's not the best, but if it's what we're trying to do. Rockface Village now. That is actually super useful for us. It's on the fly targeting. This is another one that is really, really nice for us because it's on the fly targeting. Roughshod Duo is also really good. creature you control. So this is a target ability, but it's only when you expend 4, where that Raccoon Rallier, and we got a free one. So let's go ahead and grab a second one. We're gonna have to make some choices here. The mana curve's looking good. Maybe some more 2-drops. A little light on the 2-drops. But we are in pick 9, so we only have, what, 4 more picks? I mean, take out the trash, I guess. Haven't scooped one of those yet. Hoarder's Overflow or a Steam Path Charger. I guess we grab a Steam Path Charger. Might of the Meek works well for us. Got 2 more picks, I think. Yeah, 13. Yep, that goes in the sideboard. Oh, I had finished pick 12. Yeah, so there's only 1 more pick. Boros, build this deck. Rally. Both Rabbit responds. Wax Wayne. So, how do I feel about this? Let's take a look. Let's see what the game plan is. I'm hiding cards if I do that, so let's go over here. I should make a thing where I'm in a different corner, but so Bravekin Duo gives us target ability. We have 2 target abilities with Crumb and Get It, plus essentially a removal. Heartfire Hero, so that's 3 target abilities. Heartfire Hero definitely works well for that, for target abilities. Hired Claw, whenever I deal damage to an opponent, I can pay 2 and put a counter on it, so that just, it gets nice and spicy. Might of the Meek, another targetable ability. Good removal, targetable ability plus creature, some removal. This is targetable, so if I need some card draw, I can do something there. Will generate some creatures for me, plus is targetable. This can be anything. So this is a targetable ability. So I could tap my own creatures and give counters on them. Some good removals, some roughshod duos. So this is, again, a targetable ability. Plus it's a 3 mana, 3/2. We got 3 Seaglaive Mentors, which I think is super spicy. Salvation and Brambleguard. I'm tempted to shave a land, but I think we're going to keep it at 17 lands. I mean, we don't have anything super expensive. So if I go back to my deck here, what would I possibly get rid of? I don't know. The Starforged Sword is really interesting because I can just sit there and move it between creatures, and making it targetable. And that can get really spicy. Don't have a lot of air defense, but we do have a lot of point removal. So do we shave a mountain and put something else in there? I think I shave a mountain. Shave a mountain, put a Starforged in there. I think that can get some spicy play. Okay. So if you're catching this on the recording, feel free, put your predictions below. I'd love to see what you think of this deck. You think this is a strong deck? How far will we go with this particular deck? And then something to keep in mind is take a look at those timestamps. As we play the game, I love it when folks comment with a timestamp, and let's talk about it. Did I miss lethal? Did I punt? Was there a more optimal play? Remember, this is a journey for me. This is something I'm attempting to do. I'm not sitting here declaring that I am the bronze to mythic champion. This is practice. This is getting better for me. So if you have comments, leave them in the chat below. And if you're catching the live stream, obviously let me know your thoughts in the live stream. So let's go ahead and get into this. Have fresh coffee. Bueller? Oh, we got one quick. Decently quick. Okay. Good land. Don't like... Okay. At least we got something. And we'll drop one of the planes. Really was hoping to get one of my 1-drops. That would have been ideal. Okay. Got your 2-drops. What's your squeal? Right, scribe. Okay. I think you swing. You don't have anything to defend with. We get Bramble Guard here. Rabbit Raccoon, put a 1 counter on it. Okay, he's gonna gain a life. But that particular one is gonna have to go. Kind of waiting for them to just blow their load, trying to buff this card. Okay. Okay. I bet you they have like a crumb and get it or something. Okay. I think I save some removal here. Or I do play Nettle Guard and then save a crumb and get it. I think I play Nettle Guard and then a crumb and get it for defense purposes. Because they will not be able to buff this, most likely. They did 4 1-mana creatures. They could get it to like a 5. Okay. You gonna hit me with a crumb and get it? Come and get it. Come and get it. Come and get it. Come and get it. Told you. Oh, my own. Nice. Swing. He's got first stripe on Trick Force. So they're going to go ahead and try to block something. And then I just go. What? I'm an idiot. They can only be cast on creature spells. Oh. Need another red source. I punted. Timestamp 25 minutes and 10 seconds. I punted. Got ahead of myself. I guess that is the downside of putting in these villages. It is only for creature spells. That was dumb. Cash grab. What are they grabbing? Okay. Grabbed a Burrow Guard Mentor. Can't pay for it. Double strike. I'm going to take 3 damage. Really need a red source for... Take out the trash or Agate Assault. That is not what I need. Do I have a way to cycle? I do. So I gotta get rid of... I do have a raccoon. Discard a card. Really don't want to get rid of removal, but I really need a red source. This is not helpful. Do they have another come and get it? Yep. Have another come and get it. Well, I got another look at a card. A 43% chance for land. Okay. Really not helping me out, game. I think this is what I do. Offspring, autopay. Do they have yet another come and get it? How many am I going to get out of them? Okay. We got some bodies on the board. The biggest threat is definitely that Shrike Force. I got to do something about that Shrike Force. I was really hoping to get a red source. We're up to 40. Well, we were up to 43. We did get a land. It was a plains. I think maybe I knocked down the number of planes I have. So 6, 9. So can block 11. Here we go. Well, we definitely do this. I mean, that's game. I'll make it. Okay. Interesting. Can't play either one of those. Can play that though. Get a life. Oh. I think I have to save it for Strike Force though, don't I? Lizards. Whenever you attack, deals 1 damage to target. Oh, so that's. But if you put in a lost life this turn, you can do that. Okay. Right. This doesn't have haste. Yeah, that was the threat. Wanted to get rid of that. Then they're going to be able to play Beauregard Mentor. I am on a 3-turn clock. Do I swing with this? So you could block there. Okay. We're gonna attack with these two attackers. No. Okay. I can pay this. Hired Claw gets a little bit bigger. That's not good. Gaining a bunch of life. Life Creed Duo. Being a pain in my ass. Now, I do have this. Okay, that was not super useful. So I do have blockers for... They just get too much damage through. GG's! They just had too many cards. They went wider than me. So this deck is spicy. I'm feeling it. Want to play this some more. That was unfortunate. So a couple things to keep in mind. You definitely want to spend your mana every turn. There's a lot of stats out there showing that spending your mana every turn is the most efficient. And you want to get drops down on a curve. So this is starting on turn 3. I'm going to be behind. And these aren't really catch-up cards. So we want a mulligan. This isn't any better. But keep 6. Drop that. But I at least have some removal up front, which is going to be slightly helpful. And we have a red source. So I'll be able to do a little bit of catch up. Like the move here, unless you have a really good 2-drop, it's just attack and buff. There you go. Attack. Sandwich Fan 420. What a name. So this space is mostly warm, and then I'm like, I have this cool breeze coming through here. So this is where this card is super nice. Playful Shove, draw a card. Thank you. Two, 4, 6. So I have 2, 4, 6. So card advantage. I'm gonna have land drops on every turn. Discard 2 cards. We'll do one of those. Got me good. Actually. Yeah, we'll put this down. They probably have removal, like an Agate Assault or something. This does have haste. It's not what I wanted to do. I should have done Seedglaive Mentor. Get this out of range as Saver. But I thought having 2 cards up for no reason was the right thing. That was a punt. That was a punt. Punt count number 2. They hit me with Saver now. I'm gonna be so upset. Just do it. Okay. Okay. Get the counter. get this nice and spicy. It's for the first time each turn. It's not every time. We still do have a removal spell, which is nice. Yep. They got it. So I'm doing this in the first main because as I attack, make this a 2/2. And we're sitting 5 damage on the board with a removal. What do they got? Yeah, I was wondering what they were doing there. That was a late forfeit. Got our 2 pips. I like this deck. We got the target synergies that we need. Got some speed if we can get some of our 1-drops. Should I start a punt count? Boom. Punts, 2. And we're solidly at 2 punts. So good mana. I mean, a 2-drop. I feel okay about this. Okay. This is flash. Okay, we're gonna let that through. Let's go ahead and put this guy out, I think. So squirrels, potentially. Okay. Solid, solid. No blocks to start. All right, they're gonna take 6. Well, we'll let it happen. Hey, Arwek? Rec? Thanks for the follow. Appreciate you hanging out. Do I put another body down? I think I put a body down. And then save Crumb and get it for... Or do I put the... Yeah, put a body down. I'm worried about Seaglaive Mentor just getting pinged out. Resolve. Okay. All right. +2/+0. This gets I don't need to gift the food, so that will make it a 5. We're just going to save it. Just in case. Put a Ravine Raider down. We got a mountain. Put a Seed Glaive. Mentor. No. Got to tap our own lands. Otherwise, things get shady. Gonna block with something? Or are you gonna take 12 damage? What do they have? So I make a new account and then throw money at it to draft or earn. So I definitely spent the money on it. That's flying. So I did a video on this. There's some pretty good deals on packages, like the bundles, when you make a first new account. So there's like the starter or the welcome bundle, a starter bundle, a traveler bundle, a planeswalker bundle, things like that, that definitely give you discounts on the gems and draft tokens and things like that. So if you are a heavy drafter, it is a good little discount for you. So I bought a few of those bundles. I think I bought the welcome bundle is huge. You get like 2.5 times or 3 times the value out of it. And then the other ones end up being like 25% discounts on gems and the packs and gold and everything that's in those. I'm trying to think about what I want to do here. So I could just use Rockface Village and target this. Bramble Guard is really nice too, because that gives the +1 and then at the beginning of combat. So I think I do that. Plus then it'll trigger Roughshod Duo. Gains trample until end of turn. I think we put it on hit on this one. Making it a 4/3. And then move to combat. 5/3. Then so if I attack with these, I think if I attack with these 3, that's fine. Give this one vigilance. Essentially. Interesting. I see a lot of value guys. Haven't seen one recommend making new account. So the making the new account only makes sense if you're doing like the bronze to mythic thing that I'm doing, because there's decay, and so I got up to platinum, and you only decay down to silver, and so in order to do a true bronze to mythic run, I needed to start a new account for it. And so since I started a new account, I figured, hey, why not give a new account guide as to what are the best best things to kind of put your money towards. And so those welcome bundles was definitely one of those things. So I could give this +0. Make this a 5/3 and swing with it until end of turn. Actually, this would get it over it. So let's do that. And then give it this. Draw a card. All right. Got the forfeit. But yeah, so I wouldn't recommend everybody make a new account. It only makes sense for this. Yeah, your collection's always struggling. So it is a consistency thing. Like, I understand taking a break. When I wasn't taking Magic seriously and trying this Path to Pro thing that I'm doing, I would try to log in every 3 days and then just do my dailies, get the gold, and free packs and wild cards and stuff like that. And then I had a really massive collection. Again, this is a new account. So I had a massive common, uncommon collection. It was like 300-400. I was up to like 30-40 rares, you know, another 10-20 mythics. And then I started playing like standard, and I burned through a lot of those. And you know, now it is a consistency thing. Just trying to log in every 3 days, do the dailies, and be done with it until you want to take it seriously again. And that way, you're building up gold, and building up cards and packs and wild cards and things like that. So when you are ready to take it seriously, you can cruise right through, and you know, build the decks that you want to build. And things like that. I see for a lot of people, it's really hard to just like spend the money on this because you don't get to keep the cards, right? It's one thing, like I have all my cards over here. Well, side cam. Got all my cards collection all over here. It's nice to have those cards. Like, they retain value. I can sell them if I'm done with the hobby. But in here, you're not really keeping the cards. So for a lot of people, it just makes sense not to really keep the cards. So I have some removal options. It's not my favorite mana curve, but we'll see what we can do. But you know, I am one that has you know, in fortunate enough position to be able to have a little bit of disposable income, so I can. Do I own a raccoon? I will own a raccoon, so I should wait. I can afford to buy the, you know, the welcome bundles and some of the wild cards and all of that fun stuff from time to time. So I'll build standard decks and then go out and buy the rare and mythic wild cards I need from time to time. No blocks. I just wanted a raccoon so I could draw a card. What do you have for blue? So I could do this. And then I could do... I won't get to take advantage of this. I should take out the trash, though. Force a counterspell, maybe? Do I want to draw a card? I think I like what I have. I didn't get to take advantage of Hired Claw, though. So that was that. So yeah, all that to be said, the smart thing to do is just try to log in every 3 days. Do your dailies. If you have some decks like tuned for the dailies, like a good green deck, a good, you know, white deck, blue deck, red deck, so you can just do the colors, or like a good direct damage deck so you can kill creatures. Like just build a few of these things and then you just run in and do your dailies. You had an MTG Online account, but never got into that much. So I finally got my MTGO account up and running. So MTGO is actually kind of interesting. Way back in the day, you could actually turn in your deck or your cards for physical cards. That's no longer a thing. So people like don't really want to spend money on the game. So what they do is they do these loan programs. And so there's these services out there they will loan you cards. They use like a whole bot transaction thing, but you pay them a weekly subscription. They give you so many credits, and then you can use those credits to borrow cards. And they essentially send you the cards, and it's pretty quick. It takes a couple minutes. You send them a list, and as long as you have enough credits available with them, they'll send you the cards. And then you can just turn around and send them back, and then send them a new list, and then they'll send them again to you. So like, I can try out new decks pretty quickly. So I just come up with a deck, request the cards, they send them to me, and then play a few games, and then I'm like, I want to make some tweaks to the sideboard or something, return those cards, request new cards, and this all happens in a matter of minutes, and then you're off to the races, able to play other formats. So the reason I'm doing MTGO now is so I can play Modern, practice Modern for tournaments, be able to practice Pioneer for tournaments, things like that. So it's been really slick. And then there's also a lot of these programs have a way to like reduce your weekly costs. So if you are pretty good at the game or decent at the game and do leagues or challenges and get your, 3, 4, 5 wins, you get prizes, and you can turn those prizes into the loan company and they'll actually reduce your weekly expense. So it's pretty cool. Yeah, it's a giant bot fest now, but it's still a good way to play Modern. It's still a good way to play Pioneer. And just having a weekly subscription essentially is a really nice way to just have infinite access to cards. So I don't have to like drop money on Mythic or rare cards here in Arena just to build the deck. I can just go, hey, I'm already paying you, I think the plan I'm in is like 12, 13 bucks or something like that a week. I'm already paying you 12 bucks a week. I just turned in the cards I already borrowed from you. They send me new ones, and I'm just able to constantly play games. Yeah, it is pretty neat. I am pretty excited. We got from the 2 to the 3 wins. 3 wins is one of the big stepping stones that I like to get to because you get your 1,000 gems back, so it's a 1,500 buy-in. But with 2 packs, each pack is worth 200 gems. So you're at 1,400 gems of total compensation back already. So if I lose here, if I just go 2-0 or 0-2 from here, I'm only down 100 gems. The packs don't mean much for this account because it is a new account. So I'm really looking at that gem number, but moving from 250 gems rewarded at 2 wins to 1,000 gems rewarded at 3 wins is huge. So the next big threshold is 5 wins because then you're making money. You're profitable. You're going infinite if you get that 5 wins. So let's go ahead and keep cooking. All right. Also, how is the game audio? Is it too loud compared to my voice? Sometimes I forget to turn it down. When I'm off stream, I'll turn the game up, so it'll come through my speaker system, and then I forget to turn it down in stream sometimes. I'm sitting on 6 tokens, but kind of afraid to burn through them with how bad I am at the moment. I mean, that's where spending the gold is nice. Like, you can go and do bot drafts for 5,000 gold. I don't think there's any phantom drafts available right now. Yeah, the game's probably pretty quiet. Okay, got a Bravekin Duo, got some things. It's not my favorite start, but we have a little bit of curb. Yeah, it's super low. Okay. Turn it up a little bit. I don't want it too loud. Got that 1-drop. Nice. Do I slam a red? Everybody knows about Crumb and Get It, right? Perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Didn't fall for the bait. Nice, got a frog deck. Probably gonna Agate Assault, Sticky Tongue. Get that out of here. It doesn't start, so they don't start doing crazy like recursion stuff. Gain a life. Gift of Fish enters, loses flying. Could make this a 4/4. Gift of Fish. Do they do anything with tokens? Counterspell. Dazzling Denial. No. You get a tapped fish. There you go. Swinging for 4, baby. Couldn't really get into the local store scene. Tried to play with friends. I was all but paying for starter decks boosters. Even then, they didn't want to play, arguing over the rules because none of us knew how to play. Yeah, it definitely worth you know, getting together with a friend group and learning how to play before going to the stores. Sometimes stores will do like new player nights and things like that. But it's once you get into the game stores, it's pretty cool. Playful Shove. Do I want to play this, or do I want to do this and then put the sword back on it? Or do I want to do this? I think I put Bravekin back and then put the sword on it. And then still have a Crumb and Get It. They want to try to destroy it. Yeah, Arena has helped a ton. They do spoon feed you a lot of stuff, but if you are paying attention to it, you learn a lot. Just gonna keep recurring that card, aren't they? Okay. Do I play this? Why would it leave one mountain up? Or do I play this? Okay. I'm going to tap my own mana. This game is trying to kill me. Okay. How many more times are they going to bounce that Shun Shower Druid, do you think? Do they have... They probably have like a Polywall up. If they have a Polywall up, then boom, come and get it. To any target. 1 damage to any target. So I could go face to them and then just draw a card. Played Zendikar Rising recently, and then Lord of the Rings just returned a week ago. Oh, very nice. Surveil 2. Then draw 2 cards. Okay, that's not a good sign. They kept them both. No blocks. They're going to get in for their own 6. Okay. What are some things that we can do here? Nope. Trying to screw me again. Are we finally going to kill the Sunshower Druid? Yeah, you gotta watch the auto tap. Auto tap gets out of hand sometimes. Oh, they have another one. Putting it on the flyer. Or the fish. They're gonna put it on the flyer. Okay, getting in for 5. Grabbing another one of these. Bouncing it. It's gonna come back in. Make something else spicy. That is not good. Okay. Also not helpful. This gets +1/+1. What do I do here? Next. Maintenance. Okay, so that's 6, 8. It's 9, 10. I'm 1 shy. Do I have an ability to give anybody anything? Nothing has trample. Yep, they got it. Damn Sky Skipper duos. Okay. That was rough. I was 1 shy. Was there something I could have done differently there? I was trying to think. I don't know if I had any other way to get 1 more damage. This is not bad. And we got our white. Perfect. Got Hired Claw down on turn 1. Gross. Why can't I... Oh, frickin' rock face. Damn it. Keep forgetting. Rock face. Cindering Cutthroat. So annoying. Decline. Need to stop playing rock phase first. What do you got? Veteran Guard Mouse. Do I need another white? Probably just need another red. Or just another white. What can I make this? +1, +0. So I can make it a 4. If I do that, I can't play Might of the Meek. Okay. What? What did I do? Do I not control my... Oh, I don't control a mouse. I'm an idiot. Now I can't activate that ability. Oh my gosh, I needed to play the red. I punted so hard. Do I save it is the question. Do I save it? Man. Punt count. Punt count's going up. That was a hard punt. Oh, there goes Fell. I'm an idiot. What does that give it? A +1/+1? Oh, that's fun. Hey, got my own bird. The beginning of my next end step. So I think I need to... Well, that was scary. Just took 4 damage. I think this has to go here. Maybe not. Waiting for them to have a targetable ability, giving it a +1/+0. What a game. Concede. Jeez. That was rough. Yeah, I have the active app running. Oh. The punts got me. 3 punts. That's rough. Well, we got to 3 wins and 3 losses. We had a 3-3 run. We're gonna go ahead, claim our gems, claim our packs. We can open some packs. We have 15 Bloomburrow packs to open. Look at all that fun. Nice. Got Mura. Fabled Passage, a Camellia. Coil and Rebirth. Salvation Schwan. Schwan. What is the Keen-Eyed? You have him? We can go look. Keen collection. Keen-Eyed Curator. As long as there are 4 or more card types among cards exiled with Keen-Eyed Curator, it gets +4/+4, has trample. So this is actually a little bit more difficult than you need. So you need like a creature, an instant, a sorcery, and an artifact, for instance, or an enchantment. So that's 5 in the graveyard. 4 of any of those 5. There's more types of cards, but Planeswalker, right? They could all be in there. But in draft, that's pretty hard to do. Mostly you have creatures, instances, and sorceries. Sometimes you have enchantments. So I've drafted this card a couple times and haven't been able to get it to trigger because I didn't have 4 cards of differing types. So it just ended up being a 2-mana 3/3, which is still pretty good. It's a good value card. And then you can also exile a target card from a graveyard, pay 1. So that's nice if you think they might have recursion. So like a Bone Bard, for instance, being able to pull that out of their graveyard. So with that, though, do I not have? I do have. Thank you for catching another bronze to mythic run. This was draft number 4. We managed to get from bronze 1 to silver 4, and we got 3 wins. We've gone 2 and 3 the last 3 drafts, so 3 and 3 feels pretty good. So if you're enjoying the series, if you're enjoying my bronze to mythic maybe run, hit the like, hit the follow, subscribe, whatever it may be. I appreciate you checking out the video. Again, this is all part of a bigger path to pro that I'm on, where I am trying to qualify for the Pro Tour in the next 5 years. And so in order to do that, I need to brush up on quite a few different skill sets. Drafting is a big skill set and probably my weakest skill set. And then you have your constructed formats as well. There's even qualifiers that do sealed events and things like that. So sealed is another skill set that I might need to brush up on. But you'll catch all of my constructed play, usually in paper draft, found in my vlogs. Did get Magic the Gathering online up and running. So I'll be playing some of that on stream as well, and recording some of that for you to check out. So pretty excited about that. Got to mess with my scenes. Got to get everything up and running, but I do have the game up and running and able to be played. So I'm pretty stoked to be able to play more and more games of Modern with my deck and test out some things while I'm doing so. So until next time, we'll catch you at the table.